Hi, it's Angie. I thought I'd just take you on a little walk with me. I'm gonna have to cross the road here because the people in this community really like to drive fast. So anyways, welcome. I'm doing a little walkie outdoor video. No. Anyways, for those that followed or sat on my live this morning, thank you again. I'm not in Florida. Do I wish I was in Florida? Absolutely not. Not right now anyways, because we do have wonderful climate. So, sorry about that. So, I've been experimenting with the program Canva. So, I really enjoy that program. It's very simple. Now, the Olympics are coming up soon. I'm getting ready for that. Linda Evangelista was a wonderful model. Now, I finished the book, the OJ, well, it is kind of the boyfriend of Nicole, Nick, let's call her Nick in this video. I finished the book today of the ex-boyfriend of Nicole Brown. I kind of put it together because I get fooled a lot, okay? And so did Nicole Brown Simpson. Now, because I was stuck on stupid for a long time. That's what happens to me a lot. So that's why I have to stay by myself and think about things on my own, because I get influenced even out in public. I have to let things happen to me, come to me slowly. So I was thinking of this. This is kind of like where I connected a dot, because Keith, his name ends up, his name is in print now because he wrote a book. He wrote a book about how he is still in love, basically is still in love with Nicole Brown Simpson. That whole book, Beckham. Okay, well maybe this is a comparison, because I needed something to compare it to, and I finally put it together. Because this Keith guy is still carrying a torch for Nicole Brown. He has not yet moved on. He may have had a couple of live-ins, something very similar to Dr. McKee. I'm not comparing apples. It is apples to oranges here, but it kind of made me, the lights went on, like a blinking light went on, like a light went on, because he had, like I said, he even admits it in his book that he's not able to move on from her. He still thinks about her. He's probably worshipped the ground she walked on. He did. He was kind of like her knight in shining armor. Now, look at those cute little birds. Now, that helps me compare. I'm not saying that this Keith guy would have done anything. He would have done anything for her. Just 1 minute, because there's a lot of geese in the background. He would have done anything for her. He carried an intense torch for her. I'm just going to flip it and say this is what Dr. McKee is, because I get caught in the cerebralness of him, because my mind can't go there. That's what happens. My mind cannot go where a narcissist's mind goes. So I think this could be a leveler, okay? Maybe for Diane as well, we don't know. Maybe Diane, because she does defend a lot of criminals, but I'm just going to say that I think he did it. I've done a 360, because I know there's a card in my deck that is called the King for many reasons, because that person as well couldn't get over somebody that he went out with. This was a torch that was burning inside. It's incredible though how I ruminated enough about it. But those psychologists I just got caught up with the fact that how could you be so smart yet be so stupid? But then again, I looked at all of my cards. I looked at my non-traditional tarot cards, and in there are a lot of educated psychopaths that had intention. This one took it to a whole new level. Okay, so hear me out, because I've done a complete 360, and this is where the devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. We know what that means, okay? We know, for those that follow my YouTube channel and those that follow the Elvis Presley channel, if you were on it this morning, you'll know exactly what that means. Because these are relentless people. And you know, you do have a block button, right? You do have, we have a button. I think I'm gonna go down here because these people, sorry, there's a Linda around me. Linda loves lace. That's just something else. But anyways, that's a studio down here. That's not the name of it. Now, the lyrics to Jesse, I'll always cut fresh flowers for you, because that also reminds me of Elvis's. We know Elvis apparently carried a torch for Priscilla. We know, he did. We think he did. And that's what happens. You know, Reggie, no, not Reggie, Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra carried an intense torch for the love, I can't remember who was it. One of those starlets out there, Frank Sinatra was really, really affected by, but he didn't go out and kill anybody. Just different levels for different devils. So, because there's a lot of harlots out there. Now, that does not mean Nicole deserved to die, or I said Monique, okay? Because that whole church ceremony between Dr. Mike and Monique meant serious business. And that's what happens. And I think, okay, because if you say feel, people get really offended. Oh my God, she's feeling things, and oh my God. But narcissists are excellent entertainers. They're good at wearing a mask, the false pretense, false eyelashes. The eyelashes eventually fall off, and then you get to see the real thing. There's some, it's like Lemony Snicket. This is, what was the books of Lemony Snicket? Lemony Snicket wrote, well, anyways, if you know what I mean. You probably don't know what I mean. It is really cold here today. But that, to me, I fell for it. I slipped on ice. It's like I banged my head, and I had an epiphany, okay? Sorry to say, I put out a lot of BS out there regarding Dr. Mike. Thank God my videos are consecutive, because whether he gets off or not, we don't know, but that'll be up for, that'll be up for, because it really has no bearing on me. I escaped the grips of many, many narcissists. It really doesn't have any bearing on us. This is victimology. I'm getting tired of talking about it, but he was an iron in someone's side, okay? And they probably will come out with the digital evidence, and he got caught. He tripped up and he got caught. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. He tripped up too, okay? So I feel like sometimes there's a political thing going on here, but I'm not doing politics. So I don't like to walk too much down here by my health. Yeah, this is, I think, where I got my cryptogenic organizing pneumonia. I did get it once upon a time. I think this is where I got it, because I think a lot of dust turned up and I ingested it. I think that's what happened. But this also reminds me of, there was a girl that was murdered. Her name was Molly. Really nice girl. She was jogging out by herself. Even in the daytime, you can see here, I'm kind of I'm a little bit marooned here, and I always made a promise to myself that I would never come down these somewhat dusty dirt roads by myself. I already let my husband know where I am, but there's acres and miles of acres around me. Okay, so splish splash, she was taking a bath alone about a Saturday night. Yeah, well that's what OJ did, peering into those windows. Really sick guy. But anyways, that Kevin guy, Keith, sorry, there's a Kevin, yeah, my husband. That Keith guy still hung up on her. I think he's 64, never moved on for whatever reason, never met anybody. That's actually really sad. I don't think Nicole Brown, I just don't think that's a healthy way to live your life. I really don't. I don't think that's my personal opinion, that O.J. Simpson should be able to still control that Keith's mind, okay? Because he's allowing, Nicole's gone. She's gone. She's a guardian angel for her kids. She's gone. You wouldn't want somebody to stay stuck on stupid for that long. He could have been passing up, lots of women in his life. He could have easily been passing up the woman of his dreams. Why do you want to sit back? I kind of wonder that about another YouTuber that I follow. Why do you want to sit back? But what happens, burnt once, twice shy, I think. But this is, if Dr. McKee did this, he was really strung out on her. He was really strung out, That's just a figure of speech that Elvis Presley said, but he was really, let's dial M for murder, because I'm changed my tune now, and he's a really good example of how a psychologist or whatever degree he has was able to slip through the cracks. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of Amber Heard here. Will we see that? Most likely. I don't know. I cannot imagine this ever being on the scale that it was regarding the O.J. Simpson case. Most likely not. Does he have the dream team? We don't know. All I know, sorry to say, but I've changed my mind. And I'm glad I did, because I got myself in a pickle. I can get easily influenced. I'm influenced by many influencers. I have to go with my own guts. And I compared it, because that's what I do. I'm comparing apples to oranges. And I got a piece of fur in my mouth. But that's what I do. That is exactly what I did. I stared at that book cover, and I thought to myself, and he even admits it in his book. He admits it, that he still hung up on her. So if he still hung up on her at 64, it makes clear sense to me that whatever happened on December 30th, for him to lose his mind, I don't know how many times he probably watched those videos, but whatever, maybe it was the kiss, this kiss, maybe it was when she called herself Miss Teppy, maybe that just started to burn inside of him when that music video was posted. That's why I always said there was an Italian involved here indirectly. It's being a victim of circumstance. So I'm just going to continue walking here because I love to be outside. And I'm walking in some deer poop. That's kind of cute. Now, for those that joined me on my live, I kind of slipped into the Elvis Presley community, but have no fear because I enjoy talking about Elvis Presley, and that's just where it's going to stay at. And I welcome everybody to join me on my lives. I don't know when the next live is going to be. I don't know. Will there be one? I don't know. I do change my mind. I changed my mind, like I said, regarding TikTok, because I'm not a fan of TikTok. I'm just not. And I'm blooming where I'm planted. This place reminds me of all the videos that I did on my other channel, but I kind of got over it, you know. Unfortunately, Rob Reiner's case, or Nick Reiner, like totally two different cases here. That was something that, you know, they didn't see coming. That's what happens, right? So we don't really have the answers to everything. So I really don't know. Somebody took the fall for this. Somebody may take the fall for this. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I like to do videos of all kind, and somebody possibly will be exonerated. I don't know. I hear a lot of different things because I'm listening to a lot of different content. That's why I have to stay in my lane. That's why, because I just have different feelings. And you know the lyrics to it's a beautiful day. I just think, you know, why would you want to stay stuck? Why would you want to stay stuck on someone that's been gone for over 30 years? Why? Like, you know, like Nicole Brown wouldn't want that. She would want any of your spiritual guides around you don't want you to stay stuck, right? They want you to enjoy life. You know, like if you're healthy, your health is your wealth. It has nothing to do with money. So somebody sure liked prune juice. Probably, I don't know why I'm saying prune juice, but I do live in an aging community. So I'm just going to say, have a wonderful day. Yeah. Hi, it's a beautiful day. I think that's by somebody named Danny. Was that a Danny guy? Danny Glover? No, it's not Danny Glover. Okay, so I got to take these gloves off. Somebody's going to get hurt real bad. That reminds me of, I'm done with that book. I feel sorry for this Keith guy that he hasn't moved on. I feel sorry for a lot of people. That's what happens to me. That kind of can get me into trouble. But I'm sticking to my guns, and I'm just doing regular everyday content. And it's a beautiful day. So, like I said, get out and enjoy your community. All my videos are always done. Enjoy. See you soon. It's all done. Enjoy.